Hi everybody, it's Big Faith, and I hope you're having a great day or evening, whatever time it is you're watching this video. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. That does help get the word out with the analytics. So I am going to read today Jesus Calling, okay? And out of it is the words that he just wants me to read today. These are his words from the Bible, nicely put together in this book, and I'll leave the link below. So take a moment, get a cup of coffee, relax, pause me for a second, and sit back and just listen to his words. Clear your mind from any stress that you might be going through right at this very moment, okay? We all need to have that time just to slow down. So here we go. I am preparing for you for what is on the road ahead. Just around the bend. Take time to be still in my presence so that I can straighten you. The busier you become, the more you need this time apart with me. So many people think that the time spent with me is a luxury they cannot afford. As a result, they live and work in their own strength until that becomes depleted. Then they either cry out for me, for help, or turn away in bitterness. How much better it is to walk close to me, depending on my strength and trusting me in every situation. If you live in this way, you would do less, but accomplish far more. Your unhurried pace of living will stand out in this rush cage age. Some people may deem you lazy, but many more will be blessed by your peacefulness. Walk in the light with me, and you will reflect me to the watching world. You can find these words in Isaiah 64:4, John 15:5, and Psalms 36:9. Now, as Big Faith, I like to just help people understand Jesus a little bit more. And let's just break this down, because, a lot of us don't share the stress that we carry, our worries, our fears with other people, because we're worried about what they may think of us. You're living in bondage. Don't worry about what other people think. Be you. And be at peace. It mentions about being around someone who has Jesus-like peace in them. Have you ever met somebody, I'm sure you have, that just seems like they're just calm as a cucumber? Meaning they're just like a vegetable, just chilled, hey, like they smoked one, some people smoke, so let me put that out there. So they're just chilled, right? And that's the peace. Okay? You can find the same peace with Jesus, okay? You need no chemicals. You need nobody in your life. You can be by yourself day in and day out, and you can have that peace. You can be in a situation that is really busy and crazy. You could be a doctor, I know a lot of dentists, and their lives can be stressful at times too. As a surgeon, I can imagine just being stressed out. It doesn't matter what you do. You could be a mechanic and have a weight of the world on your stress. It doesn't matter how much money you make, because the more you make, the more stress you have. So when you see those people that you come in contact, and there's a situation unfolding right before you, and they're calm as a cucumber, they're chilled, then you want to be like them. Because then when you're during that time, everybody else is mad and upset and being mean or angry or venting, you're soaking everything in. You're looking at everything. And by having that peace, you're thinking clearly. And by thinking clearly, by not being, under the influence of anything, or just bottom line, thinking of Jesus constantly gives you that peace. A lot of people say, well, I don't know how to pray. Well, do you know just saying the word Jesus is a prayer? Do you know every time you say Jesus, it is a blessing to his ears? Okay, it's like music to his ears. Okay, and if you can't say Jesus for some reason, just thinking it or writing it, lets him know you need him near. And you will feel him near you. I know it sounds crazy, but there is a spiritual world out there. Heck, if they can say on, what is that show? Daily Blast Live. I like that news show. And they reaffirm to people that you're not crazy if you thought you've seen UFOs. Because there literally are UFOs. Okay? So what if it comes that time where, oh, I saw an angel. They've always existed. Well, how bad are you going to feel knowing that you have ignored your two angels that protect you at all times? How bad are you going to feel to know that, whoa, the spiritual world is real? That means Jesus is real. You've got to get to know him now. Okay, so if you want to end this video at this moment, you may do so. Or you can keep listening, but I would like to talk about what's going on in the news. Okay? If you watch the world news, and if you go online and research the news, do you see everything that's going on in the world? All the floods, all the disasters. Everybody's after Trump. That's a whole nother story. But the fact that we have kids starving, we got so many multiple people losing it, from teenagers to husbands, beautiful husbands who have beautiful families, killing their spouses. I mean, you got people killing themselves, taking selfies. Yes, it's nice to feel good about yourself, okay? And capture that moment. But it's not worth your life, Stop, pause, think, is this a safe area for me? It's very important. We're such in a hurry. We're so much in our phones. People are walking on the street looking at their phones, not paying attention. People can't trust Uber, to get a good ride, because someone might be pretending to be Uber. We're living in a day and age that is just not safe. My brother was recently attacked by someone that, is just, he lives in a hard area, We all know somebody who lives in a hard area. And to have a knife coming at you, he's a good guy. And to know that somebody who is just on chemicals, because I don't know what kind, was trying to kill my brother over something stupid. And my brother at the time was helping somebody put a grill together. So I'm going to give a shout out to my brother Nikki. I'm glad you're okay. Always watch your back, okay? Guys, we're just living in some dangerous times. We could go on and on and on, everything that's going on with the floods, and you think, oh, this won't happen to us. You have to have an emergency plan. It is time to have an emergency plan. It is time to have backup food some way, somehow, in case you cannot get to the store, because we do not, and have a Bible. Most important thing is you don't need no TV if there's no electricity, if you have floods. You need your Bible. You need to just pray, pray, pray. If you're stuck on a countertop in a flood house, this could happen. We are living in those days. Not to sound crazy, but it's out there. And I'm not alone. Research it. I'm begging you to research it. We are to live our days as if we are just to live life as normal. Okay? But we are to be watching and looking for him. For no one knows the time or the hour. And so with that, I'm done preaching. I'm really worried for a lot of people. A lot of people are used to having AC on. You know, if you can, shut your ACs off and for a few days and just try to adjust heat. Because if you find yourself in a situation that you've always been catered to or comforted, you know, you made yourself comfortable. I mean, that's what we do. We work hard and we come home. We want our special blanket. We want our great TV shows that we want to watch. We want our favorite food. We just want comfort, you know, after we get done doing fun stuff and working. But we really need to have a game plan. And we really need to get our hearts in touch with Jesus. And I know there's a lot of hate about religion. And they're going to be talking about one world peace. Okay, that's another thing that's very important on this news. One world peace, that is in the Bible, the book of Revelations. Please, pick up your Bibles. Dust it off if you haven't. Trust me, I know. I've had to dust mine off a few times too. We all get busy. I try to help people with dental, teaching it, people with dental issues, you know, besides doing my Big Faith blog and trying to help people save their souls, you know, because there's so many people with hate in this world, walking around with hate. Me and my daughter, we don't go out to restaurants that often, okay? We went to Subway yesterday, and somebody who was in their 70s or 80s was so bent out of shape that her Subway bread was overcooked. And all the other person had to do was switch it out. But she made such a fuss about it. What happened to think before you speak? Don't say things that's going to hurt someone else's feelings. Guys, we got to get back to what our ancestors, all of our ancestors, all of them, you know, they all had a common thing though. Whether they were all, some of them were racist, you know, I get that. But they all had a common ground within each group to respect each other, you know. Hey, don't mess with Big Mama, right? You know, in some families, you know, respect her. Just like in some families, hey, the Italian family, you know, you gotta respect, you know, the Godfather, you know. So, I mean, everybody deserves respect. In a dentist's office, don't get me started there. I've been watching Facebook like a hawk and all the hate that's going on there. And a lot of it may not be from coming from other assistants, but from the dentists or employers themselves. It's tearing my heart out because it's such a great field. And to know that there's so many angry people out there and so many stingy people, you know, I'm honest, you know, I've always had to work for what I've had. I've always had to provide for other people. And every time I get any kind of extra money, it doesn't just go for me. It goes for my family. It goes for people that I care about and love. Because we are to give to other people. We are to help other people. Love on each other. Show somebody you care today. Is there somebody you haven't called? Somebody you haven't talked to? You know, that's going on in the world today. This video is becoming a little bit longer. I'm sorry, but that gives you time to like and subscribe. But, you know, there's kids not talking to their own parents. And parents not talking to their kids. And it's just sad because we don't know how much time we have. And no one's perfect in this world. Nobody is, you know. But compromise. Come to understanding. Love each other. Otherwise, the longer that void is there, the easier it is for the devil to keep you guys separated. Stubbornness needs to melt. And I hope this is somebody that's watching this that has stubbornness laid on their hearts for whatever reason. Let it melt off you. Just love. No one's perfect. If you're uptight because someone doesn't come to you all the time or talk to you all the time, you know, it doesn't mean they don't care. It might just mean that they don't understand or they don't know or they just have too much on their plates, you know. Until we live in each other's worlds, behind closed doors, we don't know what each other's going through. Even if we live by ourselves, we don't know what we are all going through. So like Ellen you know, DeGeneres, who recently shared her story about her stepfather and no one believed her. I can relate to that too, you know. And but you have to find forgiveness. You know, you just have to find forgiveness, no matter what someone's done to you. It's time, guys. This is Big Faith. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know. Comment, like. Take care. Bye.